किसान इंडिया, चलेगा हल, बढ़ेगा बल।
Sir, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you to this special press briefing by Honorable Minister for Railways, Information Broadcasting, and Electronics and IT, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw. He's also joined by Foreign Secretary, Shri Vikram Mishri, as also by Chairman and CEO of the Railway Board, Shri Satish Kumar. This press briefing is on the upcoming railway link projects between India and Bhutan. With that, I first invite Foreign Secretary Shri Vikram Mishri for his remarks to lay the broad landscape of this conversation with all of you. Sir, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, all. Honorable Minister of Railways, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Chairman Railway Board, friends. It's a privilege to be here and to join the Railway Minister on the occasion of this very important briefing on a major new initiative between India and Bhutan on the establishment of rail connectivity between our two countries. Let me take the opportunity before the substantive briefing to set the context and say a few words about the relationship between India and Bhutan. As you are all aware, India and Bhutan share a relationship of exceptional trust, mutual respect, and understanding. This is a relationship that is rooted in cultural and civilizational ties, extensive people-to-people relations, and our shared developmental and security interests. These ties are reflected in very close contact at the highest levels. You would perhaps recall that Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited Bhutan last year in March 2024, visit during which he was conferred the Order of the Druk Gyalpo, which is the highest civilian award of Bhutan. His Majesty, the King of Bhutan, and the Prime Minister of Bhutan have been visiting India regularly. His Majesty the King was here earlier for attending the Mahakumbh, and the Prime Minister was here just a few weeks ago to attend the consecration of the Bhutanese temple in Rajgir. On the bilateral relationship itself, the government of India has been Bhutan's largest provider of developmental assistance and has played a vital role in its modernization, especially in the areas of infrastructure and the overall economic development of the country. For the 13th five-year plan of Bhutan, which runs from 2024 to 2029, the government of India has committed a support of rupees 10,000 crores, which covers project-tied assistance, high-impact community development projects, the economic stimulus program, and a program grant. And this quantum constitutes a 100% increase over the 12th five-year plan figures. Just a few words about some of the major areas of cooperation. Energy and power is one of the highlights of this particular relationship. Our two governments have successfully collaborated on joint development of 5 hydroelectric projects. These are Chukha, Tala, Mangdechu, Kurechu, and the Punat Sangchu 2, which has just been completed very recently. In addition, Punat Sangchu 1 is under construction. Apart from this, there are Indian private companies now that are engaging with Bhutanese authorities to develop power projects in Bhutan. Insofar as trade is concerned, India is Bhutan's top trading partner. We are the principal source of imports and the principal destination of their exports, accounting for nearly 80% of Bhutan's total trade. The 2016 bilateral agreement on trade, commerce, and transit establishes a free trade agreement between Bhutan and India, and also provides Bhutan duty-free transit for goods from and to third countries. Insofar as connectivity is concerned, this is a priority for both countries. You will hear more about it today, as I said, in the area of rail connectivity, but we have worked very closely together on road connectivity, establishing integrated checkposts and trade routes, new immigration points, as well as digital connectivity. Recently, in order to facilitate the movement of third country nationals, an integrated checkpost was inaugurated at Daranga in Assam in November 2024. And we feel that Bhutan will also benefit from the development of the Jogi-Gofa Inland Waterways Transport Terminal. This was inaugurated this year in February. In the digital domain, both the RuPay card and the Bhim UPI application have been launched in Bhutan. Some of you who are following developments in Bhutan closely would be aware that the government there is developing the Gelefu Mindfulness City project bordering Assam. This is an initiative under the direct guidance of His Majesty, the King of Bhutan. It is envisaged as an economic hub connecting Bhutan with South Asia and Southeast Asia. It's a flagship initiative of the country, and the government of India has conveyed its support to this initiative. Similarly, Samse, which borders West Bengal, is being developed as an important industrial town in Bhutan for manufacturing and export. And these links that are being worked on will be critical for enhancing cargo and passenger movement. So it is in this context of this very special relationship that the two governments have agreed to establish two cross-border rail links between Banarhat and Samse and Kokrajhar and Gelefu. This will be the first set of rail connectivity projects with Bhutan. The memorandum of understanding for this connectivity was actually signed during the visit of the Prime Minister to Bhutan that I mentioned a short while ago last year, the one that took place last year. And this MOU will be formally signed later today in New Delhi on the occasion of the visit of the Bhutanese Foreign Secretary to New Delhi. Let me stop there, and I'll request the Honorable Rail Minister to brief you on the details of this very important project.
Thank you, Mr. Mistry. This project is basically connecting two very important cities of Bhutan. One is Gelefu, as Foreign Secretary shared with us. This is being developed as a mindfulness city. And second is Samse, which is an industrial city. The two projects will take off from the network of Indian Railways at Kokrajhar and Banarhat. The investment which is envisaged at this point of time is about 4,033 crore rupees, and the total length is about 90 kilometers, to be precise. 89 kilometers of railway network will be created. As Foreign Secretary very nicely explained, India is the largest trading partner of Bhutan, and most of the EXIM trade of Bhutan is done through Indian ports. Therefore, it becomes very important to have a good seamless rail connectivity for the Bhutanese economy to grow and for the people to have better ways of access to the global network. So that's why this entire project has been taken up. And Samse and Gelafu, they have very important significance in the way the Bhutanese economic growth is being planned. If you look at the railway network, this is the current railway network. The yellow line that you see in between the two blue lines, that is the most important economic corridor, rail corridor, connecting states of Assam, then down south towards Tripura, Mizoram, Nagaland, Meghalaya. All the states are getting connected by this yellow line. There is a blue line on the top. That line is now getting developed as a major corridor along the northern border, and that line basically provides alternative connectivity, and it's very, very important project. So the takeoff of these two projects will happen, one at Banarhat from that blue line that you see, that goes all the way to Samse, and the other one from Kokrajhar that will go to Gelef. These are the two lines if you look at the map, and they connect two separate, two different parts of Bhutan. Both Samse has big industrial potential. It's developing every day. New projects are coming up. And Gelefu is a new city which is getting developed. I'll come to these two projects one by one. Kokrajhar to Gelefu is, if you look at this, New Bongaigaon is a major industrial center in India where it is getting connected. Kokrajhar is the region station, and then it gets connected to the entire Indian railway network. So, in a sense, by constructing about some 70 kilometers, you get the advantage of 1,50,000 kilometers of railway network. That is the advantage which comes by the network effect. Um, this is a more detailed map of this alignment. There are many bridges and many uh, stations. There are 6 stations, 2 important bridges, 2 viaducts, which means the entire section is elevated, 29 major bridges, 65 minor bridges, 2 goods shed will be developed. There is 1 flyover and 39 underpasses. The construction period will be about 4 years for this project. All the land schedules, everything has already been done. A lot of homework has already gone in to reach this level, and very soon we'll start the construction work. Basically, this will provide a lot of economic benefits to the people, both in terms of tourism, in terms of industrial growth, in terms of people-to-people movement, goods movement. Practically every benefit that railway brings will happen with this. The second project is taking off from that upper line that you were seeing, Banarhat. That Banarhat to Samse is the second line. Again, it's a very important project because this connects the industrial city of Samse. This is a more detailed map of this alignment. On the existing railway line, we'll also have 2 small cord lines so that the movement can happen on both sides of the train seamlessly. This is something that we have started doing in practically all parts of the country because this improves the mobility. Again, this 20-kilometer project will have 2 stations, 1 major bridge, 24 minor bridges, 1 flyover, and 37 underpasses. This is about 577 crores, and this will take about 3 years. Huge benefit to the people of Bhutan. The entire area will get connected, and lots of goods movement, which takes days today, will start happening in a few hours. We have seen in Mizoram, it used to take 4 or 5 days for a cement truck or a steel or any other goods truck to reach um, the capital Aizawl. Now that's happening in a few hours. So that kind of benefit will come. Just like in case of Srinagar, we have seen that the time for goods shrinks from days to hours. So that is the benefit which will happen for Samse as well as Gelef. This is one of the promises we had made, and we are delivering on this promise.
Thank you, sir. With that, we are now We now open the floor for questions. Please do introduce yourself and your organization before you ask your question. Excuse me. We'll take 3, 4 questions together. Okay. Okay. We can take question with you. Please, Mike.
Strategic importance of this project.
Ram.
सर दिस साइड ब्रह्म प्रकाश दुबे जी न्यूज़ से मेरा सवाल ये है कि जो दोनों ये रेलवे लाइन है इसमें भूटान के अंदर कितना हिस्सा होगा और इंडिया के अंदर कितना हिस्सा होगा दोनों रेलवे लाइन का और दोनों ही क्या 3 साल के भीतर पूरी होंगी इसमें थैंक यू
Siddhant.
So, Siddhant from Beyond, my question is essentially how it will boost the connectivity prospects in that part of India and, of course, Bhutan, and the economic prospects as well. Any estimate how it will increase the economic prospects in the region?
Rishabh.
Hello, sir. Rishabh from Times Now. So my question is, we have similar arrangements with Nepal as well, where we are developing railway projects. What's the situation there? What's the latest there? And also, when we're talking about India, Bhutan, so are we looking at only goods, or will we also have ICPs, the integrated checkposts, via rail networks also for accommodating passengers and tourists to travel on these airlines?
So we can take these questions.
So basically in Banarat Samtse, Bhutanese side is about 2.13 kilometers. Indian side is about 17.42 kilometers, to be precise. In case of Gelefu, Bhutanese side is 2.39 kilometers. Indian side is 66.66 kilometers. Time taken will be, Samtse will be about 4 years. Samtse will be 3 years and Gelefu will be 4 years. Both goods and passengers will be using these two lines. This line will also have most advanced signaling systems that we are implementing everywhere in the country, and this will be designed for running Vande Bharat trains. So this will be basically modern trains will be run fully electrified, and the curves and all those things will be all the technical parameters will be designed as per the Vande Bharat requirements. A lot of economic benefit as we explained, but I'll still pass on to Foreign Secretary for the strategic importance of these two projects.
Thank you, sir. Because we have already pointed out, this is the first ever rail connectivity project or projects that we are developing with Bhutan. So it will obviously enhance overall connectivity with between the two countries. The two areas that have been picked are both significant in themselves. I already mentioned the importance of Gelefu, which is the centerpiece of the Gelefu Mindfulness City project, strategic and visionary project conceived of by His Majesty the King of Bhutan, and something that we have expressed our support for. And this is a project that is envisaged as an economic hub for that part of Bhutan. And naturally, because it borders on to Assam, that whole region, Assam is the border. There will obviously be an economic spin-off effect in the entire region, and the rail network will be an important part of that. Similarly, on Samse, as the Honorable Minister also explained, it is being developed as a major important industrial town in Bhutan, focused on manufacturing, on export. Some of the potential exports from Bhutan to India from this area will involve dolomite, ferrosilicon, quartzite, and stone chips. And you referred to the utility, it will be for both cargo and passenger movement. At the end of the day, the strategic importance of these projects is also because they connect Bhutanese goods and cargo movement to the vast Indian railway cargo movement. It is an accepted principle of transport economics that railway movement of cargo is far more economical as compared to road movement of cargo. And we, to the extent that we are going to be able to extend rail cargo movement to Bhutanese imports as well as exports, it will obviously contribute to their figures and bottom lines as well. Insofar as ICPs are concerned, I mentioned already that there is initiatives underway to develop ICPs on the Indian side. These will, of course, require mirror ICPs on the Bhutanese side, but I can share with you that the Land Ports Authority of India is working on and has prioritized the development of several ICPs on the India-Bhutan border. And we are actually in close touch. As the rail network starts getting developed, you will see work take place on the development of these new ICPs as well.
More questions now. Kanamni, can we start with you?
Kadambini Sharma, independent journalist. Sir, given the sensitivities of environmental issues by Bhutan, were there any concerns raised and how were they addressed?
Our friend behind here, 280.
So the total investment that you mentioned is from the Indian side. What sort of investment will be there from the Bhutan side, and from the security perspective, any special arrangement that will be done?
47.
सर मैं सुशील राघव हूँ जनसत्ता से। मेरा भी सवाल यही है कि क्या भूटान से इसमें फंडिंग होगी, अगर कुछ होगी तो कितनी?
248 there, please.
Hi sir, Manohar Kesri from NewsX and India News. सर भूटान और इंडिया के बीच जो रेल लाइन कनेक्टिविटी शुरू हो रही है, इसमें टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल इंडियन रेलवे की ओर से होगी या किसी और कंट्री से लेंगे? साथ ही साथ दोनों का जो बजट एलोकेशन है सर, क्या दोनों देश इसको शेयर करने जा रहे हैं?
$47 there, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Jaiswal. My name is Tripti Nath. I'm an independent journalist. My question is to Mr. Vaishnaw. This sounds like a very promising railway network project that is being developed between India and Bhutan. But I'm plain curious, are these coaches, you talked of the technical parameters, which will be designed as per Vande Bharat. This is also a fantastic train. But I just want to understand, are the coaches going to be made in India, made in India?
So we can take these questions.
The environmental issues have been very carefully considered. A lot of studies have happened over the past few years. Each and every parameter has been very, very carefully studied, especially because entire northeastern region that we have seen the kind of issues that we face day in and day out. So over a period of last few decades, our work in northeastern states has given us that capability to understand the environmental issues and plan accordingly. That is one. Each and every part has been considered and very proper design has happened considering the environmental issues, especially climate resilience. For example, flow of water, have sufficient number of underpasses, make sure that elephants can pass under the railway tracks. All those things have been considered while designing this. Second, this entire investment is done by Indian side, and most of the part of the railway network which is within the Indian territory, that is part of the Indian railway network, and the part which is within Bhutan, there is a kind of arrangement between India and Bhutan where the investment is being made by India. The technology is all Indian. Coaches will be made in India, and it's basically well-established technology which we are going to use here. The security arrangement will be done in consultation with the operational requirements of both the countries, uh, we would try to have as many people as possible to uh, from Bhutan side to be trained in railway operations so that they also become part of the entire network, the way we have done in case of Nepal also.
I'll just add that insofar as the question related to funding was concerned, as the Honorable Minister has explained, the segment of the respective railway links that falls within Indian territory will be funded, that will fall within Bhutanese territory, will be borne by Bhutan's 13th.
Hi, sir. My name is Joe, Bhutanese government for the Bhutanese nation. Just want to understand whether this budget is part of the 10,000 crores or will that be separate? And so in terms of the, the trade as of today that is happening between India and Bhutan, can you give us some context on the number of the goods that are being traded and through what points?
Umashankar?
उमाशंकर सिंह इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट। ये बहुत ही अहम परियोजना है जिसका यहाँ ऐलान किया जा रहा है। मेरा सवाल ये है कि जिस तरह से हमने पिछले कुछ दशकों में या कुछ सालों में देखा है कि चीन ने तिब्बत में चाहे वो सिक्किम हो, चाहे वो भूटान हो या फिर अरुणाचल हो, सीमावर्ती इलाकों तक रेल परियोजना लेकर वो आया है, तो क्या इस परियोजना को उसके काउंटर एक मेजर के तौर पे भी देखा जाए या फिर ये सिर्फ भारत और भूटान के बीच द्विपक्षीय संबंधों के लिहाज से इसको देखा जाए?
This is Raghavendra Verma from German television ZDF. So my question is about, do we have a reaction from Bhutan also? How does Bhutan feels about it and what are their priorities and how they were seeing this line coming? And secondly, in Bhutan, it's only small portion of these railways that go in. So were these two projects entirely dependent on Bhutan to be part of it, or could India had already build those lines to the nearest border region of these two places, and this could have been earlier? Why was it dependent on that portion of Bhutan?
Salish?
Thank you, sir. I'm Shailesh from National Defense. Sir, may you please elaborate in case possible? Do we have some rare earth minerals deal with Bhutan, and is this project linked to, or I mean, both these links are they linked with this particular project, sir? And the second, in case if you allow, the same one which Umashankar had just asked.
232.
थैंक यू सर। महेश केजरीवाल फ्रॉम लोकसभा ग्रुप। मेरा सवाल सर ये है कि भूटान और चाइना के बीच में जो है कि बॉर्डर इशू आ रहा है, तो आप लोग जो ये प्रोजेक्ट शुरू कर रहे हैं, तो भूटान की ओर से क्या भारत के समक्ष कोई विशेष शर्तें रखी गई है इस प्रोजेक्ट को शुरू करने के पहले?
Okay, so as I explained, the portion that will be met by the government of India from for the segments that are within Bhutanese territory is part of the 13th five-year plan outlay that has been agreed of 10,000 crores with the government of Bhutan. On trade, I mentioned we are Bhutan's premier trade partner. Its merchandise trade, Bhutan's merchandise trade with India saw a 12% increase between 2023 and 2024 from 11,305 crores to 12,670 crores. Bhutan's exports to India increased from 2,800 crores in 2023 to 3,100 crores in 2024, while their imports from India grew from 8,500 crore rupees to nearly 9,500 crore rupees during the same period. We are in discussions to actually renew the bilateral treaty of trade Commerce and Transit, which was signed in 2016 for a period of 10 years, and it will expire in July 2027, and we will discuss a renewal of that treaty. On the question of involving Bhutan on this, I refer you to my opening remarks where I mentioned that this is all happening on the basis of an MOU between Bhutan and India that was signed on the occasion of the Prime Minister's visit to Bhutan last year in March 2024. And again, as I pointed out, this MOU will formally be signed later this afternoon in New Delhi between Chairman Railway Board on the Indian side and the Bhutanese Foreign Secretary on the other side. That I think should answer the question about what is the involvement of Bhutan in this. Let me just make a general point that when it comes to infrastructure projects, India's guiding principle and fundamental approach has been that we do infrastructure projects only those ones that our partner countries are comfortable with. We are driven by the priorities of our partner countries. We are not driven by our supply necessities. On the issue of rare earths, no, I am not aware if there is any discussion on rare earths related to this particular project. कुछ प्रश्न थे जो भूटान और किसी तीसरे देश को लेके थे कि उनका इसमें क्या इन्वॉल्वमेंट है. आप जानते हैं जहाँ तक ये बॉर्डर इस बॉर्डर का सवाल है जहाँ से ये ट्रेन लाइंस जा रही हैं, इसमें किसी तीसरे देश का कोई involvement nahi hai. So I think this question is a bit superfluous at this point in time. In any case, I should underline that this is a rail connectivity project and it is therefore of the utmost bilateral importance to the two countries.
Elena.
Good afternoon, Elena, TASS News Agency. Do you consider, maybe not now, but gradually while you will develop this project, participation of some third country? And as I'm from Russian media, I wonder if participation of Russia is possible. And perhaps if Honorable Minister answers my question, what are the projects with Russia which are now already on or under consideration? Thank you.
You go this side, Dheeraj.
मेरा उत्तर मिल गया है. अभिनव वार्ता से बोली नहीं वार्ता में अभिनव हूँ. मैं जानना चाह रहा था इस प्रोजेक्ट में कब से काम शुरू होने वाला है और इसमें भूटान जो पैसा खर्च किया जा रहा है क्या इंडिया की तरफ से पूरा पैसा खर्च किया जा रहा है प्रोजेक्ट में या भूटान भी इस पे कुछ है?
धीरज.
सर नमस्कार, मैं नीरज दुबे प्रभा साक्षी से. सर जो इस रेल प्रोजेक्ट के लिए क्या भूटानी नागरिकों को रेल मंत्रालय कोई स्किल डेवलपमेंट का कोई कोर्स कराएगा, उनको ट्रेनिंग देगा? और दूसरा, क्या इसमें कोई वर्ल्ड बैंक या एडीबी और किसी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय वित्तीय संस्थान भी कोई सहयोग कर रहा है क्या इस प्रोजेक्ट?
271.
Hi, sir. This is Dhruvash from Business Standard. Just wanted to understand a bit of the rationale on electrification of the project in the sense that there is, while it's appreciable that Vande Bharat trains and modern trains are expected to be run, the experience in electrification in Northeast has rather been a slow one, and this is being seen as some sort of precedent as to how these challenges will come up. And second, in strategic areas, there's a school of thought that more diesel locomotives and more diesel rolling stock would be beneficial in strategic border areas. So in the view of these two considerations, just wanted to understand the rationale behind electrification of these lines.
Sachin.
सर मेरा नाम सचिन बुधोलिया है, मैं हिंदुस्तान समाचार से हूँ. मेरा सवाल ये है कि भूटान और इंडिया एक PBIN नेटवर्क का पार्ट है, जो कनेक्टिविटी का प्रोजेक्ट था. तो भूटान अगर आगे आने वाले दिनों में इसके पार्टनर कंट्रीज विशेष रूप से नेपाल या बांग्लादेश के साथ में अगर ट्रेड करना चाहता है तो क्या हमारा ये जो कनेक्टिविटी है तो इंडियन रेल की कनेक्टिविटी क्या उसको उन देशों के साथ व्यापार की सुविधा देगा, विशेष रूप से बांग्लादेश?
About involvement of Russia, I don't think we have any proposal as far as I know, but if any proposal comes, we'll examine it. I think we are self-sufficient in the technology, both on the construction as well as the train set side. So there is no, at this point of time, there is no such consideration. The project will start very soon. The land schedules, everything, all the permissions, they are all in the works. And land acquisition will start very rapidly. The government of Assam also is very cooperative. They are supporting us in starting this project. Funding, as was mentioned earlier, very clearly, the funding for the portion within India is out of the Indian Railways budget, and the funding for the portion which is within Bhutan will be out of MEA's budget, MEA's grants to Bhutan, as FS Saab has already explained. We will be training the people who are interested in railways within Bhutan. As you know, we have a Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, one of the finest transportation university which is getting developed. And there we are already running courses for people from many other countries now. So this will also be part of the program. We don't have any World Bank or ADB requirement in this, and I don't think they have given any proposal so far. So we are not even considering that. A very important question about electrification. I think that question needs to be discussed in a bit of detail. If we compare the environmental issues between diesel and electrified railway network, electrified railway network is about 98% less polluting, considering even the pollution of the source, considering everything, even pollution at the source of generation of electricity. It is 98% less polluting compared to diesel. And when you compare road with rail, then a diesel on both sides, diesel road versus diesel rail, that is 95%. So net, if you compare with the diesel diesel truck on a highway to an electrical train, then the difference is 99 point some percent. So it's practically pollution free. So it's very important that in the economically and environmentally sensitive areas, we should always focus on electrification. Your point about electrification in Northeast no longer holds valid. It's practically entire network is getting electrified. Almost 99% of the network is already electrified, and all new projects are starting with electrification ab initio. Like your generation is born with mobile phones. It's like that kind of thing. So it's absolutely fine. And diesel can always run even if the network is electrified. So diesel, we keep strategic reserve of about 2,500 locomotives, especially in case of disasters, in case of climate issues, in case of other things. So diesel will remain as a significant base. It's not base load. It's more like as an extra reserve when you need diesel locomotives can be done. So I hope that answers your query about Bangladesh.
जी, आपका जो प्रश्न था BBIN को लेके, आप सही कह रहे हैं कि भारत और भूटान, नेपाल और बांग्लादेश के बीच ये एक समझौता है। तो मेरे विचार में जहाँ तक इस प्रोजेक्ट का प्रश्न है, आपको मालूम होगा कि दोनों नेपाल और बांग्लादेश के साथ हमारे समझौते हैं, जिसके तहत नेपाल और बांग्लादेश के जो एक्सपोर्ट्स और इंपोर्ट्स हैं उनका वो भारतीय टेरिटरी का इस्तेमाल करते हैं ट्रांजिट के लिए, दूसरी कंट्री में एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए और थर्ड कंट्रीज में एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए भी। तो अभी तो वो जो भारत का रोड नेटवर्क है और कुछ जो रेल नेटवर्क है उसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं, लेकिन इन दो प्रोजेक्ट से जो भूटान एक तरह से भारतीय रेल नेटवर्क से जुड़ जाएगा, तो इन दोनों जो बाकी देश हैं नेपाल और बांग्लादेश, उनके जो भी एक्सपोर्ट्स भूटान जाने होंगे तो वो भी इस एक तरह से भारतीय रेल नेटवर्क का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं भूटान में अपने एक्सपोर्ट्स भेजने का और वहां से भूटान के एक्सपोर्ट्स को अपने यहाँ लाने के लिए।
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the close of this special briefing. We thank you for your presence and participation, and we also thank Honorable Minister, Foreign Secretary, and Chairman Railway Board for their presence. Thank you very much.
उस फील्ड में हम खेलते थे, यही फील्ड हमें खिलाती है। वहां दिल लुभाते शॉट्स या जिंदगी चलाने वाले किसान की मेहनत, किसान का साथ, इंडिया की बात, किसान इंडिया।